Heidi has spent over a decade, the last decade, creating high-end formulas for many, many companies. She's traveled the world speaking about her formulations. She has a life passion of creating nutritional products. She's educated from Brigham Young University with a bachelor's degree in nutrition products, and she has created formulas for some of the highest, largest, and most successful companies in our industry. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Miss Heidi Isbell.
Wow, standing ovation. I'm so happy to be with you guys this morning, live. It's been a very fun project to work on. It was a challenge. When they first came to me, not only was it 10 months ago, but I'll let you know that I actually have a son that turned 10 months yesterday. So it was like 4 days before I gave birth that I met with these guys. And I thought, oh, yeah, I'll speak at your convention. At that point in the pregnancy, you don't feel like the end is ever going to be there, right? I didn't ever really feel like this day was ever going to actually come, but here we are, which is good. Anybody recognize this fella on the screen? Well, when we were running live, Mr. Pace came and he visited us, and I snapped a couple pictures of him back in the line. And this is when we were running it, and he came and visited us. I like to start with a quote. We're here because we care, right? We care about our bodies. We care about our health. We care about the nations we live in and involve in. And when I read this quote, if people let the government decide what foods they eat and what medicines they take, their bodies will soon be in as sorry a state as the souls who live under tyranny. We have to take care of ourselves, right? That's why we need products. The world we live in, it's driven by money, right? The food industries, their whole goal is to what? Sell more food, right? Their goal isn't to take care of us. I always call it the conspiracy theory. The food industry and the pharmaceutical industry kind of work together, right? The food industry causes some problems, the pharmaceutical industry treats those problems, and then they cause more, and then they treat more, and they both make more money, right? Back, forth, back, forth. So we won't get onto my conspiracy theorists, because I have a lot of them. But when they came to Food for Health, so I actually came to Food for Health a little over a year ago. And what drew me to Food for Health as a company was their philosophy of whole food nutrition and the investment into technology into whole food nutrition. And we were able to apply some of that technology and know-how into this product. Whole foods are very hard to formulate with. They're easy on paper, hard in machinery. There's a reason why companies use highly potent, concentrated synthetic ingredients. They flow through machines like a champion. Because guess what? They were designed by the pharmaceutical industry. So they work like champions in these machinery. But Food for Health actually has a lot of talent, a lot of history in whole food nutrition. And we were able to bring that and apply it into the live product. And so it was a great combination when they came. I saw the light of, oh, this makes perfect sense. It's right along the lines of what we do and what I know. I've been around this field and this industry since the day I was born. We always call my mom the witch doctor. Love her, and she's amazing, and the things she does, it took probably my entire lifetime to really know, okay, I have no idea why that works, but I know it does. There's so many things that it's done, and she actually has a double degree in microbiology and chemistry. She's a chiropractor and acupuncturist. I grew up with, she bought organic before organic was cool. I mean, we literally bought things out of the trunk of people's cars, and we went to the farm. In the rare occasion that we did drink milk, I knew which cow the milk came from. And that's a rarity. And so I grew up with that belief, and this product actually falls right along with that whole philosophy and that whole line. The problem with that, though, is that it's very complex and simple at the same time. So life is the same way, right? We're born, we eat, we drink, we sleep, we do some things, and that's how we live, right? It's basically simple. But what goes on inside of our body as we go through that is so complex. As I was getting ready for this presentation, I started getting on some anatomy research and some physiology and, refreshing myself and all that fun stuff I used to know. The more we learn about the body, the more we realize we don't know. That's what a lot of people don't realize. The more we have learned about it, the more we don't know. Every single cell interacting, the chemicals flowing through your body, it is a very, very complex system. And thankfully, if we feed it the proper nutrition, it'll keep being complex and keep working the way we want it to work. But you gotta know how to do that, right? Okay, and we need it to be simple, right? Okay, do you know where the food you eat comes from? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. My husband grew up in Wisconsin. He will not eat a brat for the life of him because he, as a child, went to a brat factory. And he's like, I will never put that stuff in my body again. Sometimes when you know, you don't want to know sometimes, and sometimes you do. But you know what? We live in a busy world, right? I got 5 kids. I work full time. I got a, soccer practice, cheer practice, you name it, I probably go to it and shuffle them around. Dinner time sometimes gets brushed down the line, right? We don't always take the time to know where our food comes, to grow it all, to process it all. I mean, I've never made a noodle. I'll admit it. I've never made a noodle in my life. I don't even know how. But, we eat noodles sometimes. But it's important that we try to understand from the farm to the table where our food comes from. I know this is going to be shocking, but did you guys know that these are good for you? Did you? Another part of just a fun side note of what I do, I like to read industry research, news feeds, and everything. And I love when, the headline is, did you know eating fruits and vegetables cures cancer? It prevents diabetes. It helps prevent Parkinson's. It helps prevent, you name it, fruits and vegetables probably has a study on it. And I just always want to go, duh. Didn't we know that? Don't we know that our body is complex? We need to feed it complex nutrients, not processed, not stripped down, but complex nutrients. That's what our bodies need to stay in their complex state. So it brings us to life. Whole food nutrition. It's complex and simple at the same time. So I know a lot of times when you get all of these stories in one, it can be really hard to tell that story. But the side of the box tells you everything you need to know. Tear, pour, mix, enjoy. In the end, that's all you really need to know. When people consume it, they're going to feel the difference, right? Everybody's body is a little bit different. We all function a little different. Maybe I'm a morning person, but by afternoon I'm lethargic, or I'm lethargic in the morning and I'm good in the afternoon. Well, you tailor this on when you consume it, it's still going to work for you no matter what. So the stories within this: fruits, vegetables, grass juices, superfruits, probiotics, live active probiotics that are resistant to stomach acid, live plant enzymes, heart-healthy ancient grains. They're not stripped down, they're not, purified, bleached, and everything else to go with it, but it gives you that good, complex nutrition that you need. And then easy to understand and explain benefits. And you'll find, as you introduce this to people and people consume it, as you guys have in the past, that benefits are going to come out of places you never even knew they had, right? But that's what happens when you treat your body properly, your body functions right. A lot of times you don't realize what you're missing until you get it back, right? As a mother, I can function without sleep, right? You get up, you go to work, you keep functioning. You've been up 3 times that night, it doesn't matter. You still have to keep going. But that first time that you actually do sleep through the night, or you actually, hit the gym and you get the exercise you need, you realize, I've been missing that. And you don't realize what you were missing until you bring it back into your life. And so life's kind of like that. But from a benefit perspective, healthy immune response. Okay, the world we live in, it's scary. I have this phone app that actually goes through and tells me all the different tragedies around the world. It's really bad for me, but it's a really fun app. Like in the last month, I've seen SARS, Ebola, I think 3 different avian flus, some other unidentified things all around the world, right? With school back in session, immune systems. I mean, I don't even know what my kids bring home from school. I don't want to know, thankfully. But I know if our bodies function right, we'll be all right. We'll get through it, right? Our immune systems are there to protect us, but we got to make sure that it functions the way that it should. Heart health. When it comes to our heart hopefully, it just does its job and you never have to worry about it and you don't have to do anything for it. But the second it fails, life is over. So it's important to take care of it as you can. So it's a very important claim, but if it's functioning as it should, then it just keeps on going. You just want to keep it functioning as good as possible. Energy. Who's ever needed energy? If every hand doesn't go up, I'm going to be shocked. Sometime in your life, come on. As you feed your body proper nutrition, the energy will come. Your body can produce energy as you need it, and you can function, and you can get through whatever it is you need to get through. The digestive system. It's one of my most favorite organ systems in the body. It's not glamorous, right? You put something in and out it comes at the bottom, right? But this is my analogy for the day. Well, maybe I have more than one, but this is one of them. No matter how much you clean and decorate your house, it could be gorgeous. If you don't take the trash out, no one's going to want to come to visit. So it is very, very important to keep your digestive system functioning right. A lot of people ignore their digestive system, and what you don't realize is 70% of your immune system is in your digestive system. You produce vitamins in your digestive system. You absorb your vitamins from any food you take from your digestive system. If your digestive system doesn't work, you're not going to feel good. And you're not going to be able to function because you won't be able to get the nutrients that your body needs no matter what you put in. Okay, so now we're going to go through the individual things. Now that you know what it does, we're going to talk a little bit more. Fruit powders. It's a big old long list. Each one of these probably has over hundreds of different studies on any individual fruit and health benefits. And each one itself is packed with hundreds of different phytonutrients. We talk about, in the nutrition world, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, calcium, magnesium, right? Things that we can synthesize and understand. That's what we talk about in research. So that's what the news talks about, that's what media talks about. But each one of these fruits and vegetables that we talk about is so complex that you could never really understand everything in it. There was a period of time in my career that we were taking a fruit and trying to dissect it and understand it. One class of molecules that we were trying to identify and work on, we found there were 140 of that one little tiny class of molecules, but the amount of different molecules within that one fruit was vast. And trying just to understand and break it down is so much more complex than, hopefully, thankfully, I don't have to understand. But it's nice to appreciate that it's all there. But here's the selling advantage. So, Food for Health has partnered with a drying process that is state-of-the-art. It's patented. It's better than any other drying process out there. It does not heat the product. It's a very cool temperature, specific frequency of light wave to slowly dry all of the water out. So you remove the water, but you leave the nutrients. And not only can they remove the water, but they can actually keep a whole fruit puree, which is virtually unknown. Normally, they have to take and juice it. They take half of it out, throw it away, and just give you the juice. Some things you want the juice of because the other stuff actually inhibits absorption. But on the whole, we want a whole apple. We want a whole banana. We want a whole grape, right? You want all of those whole benefits, not stripped of half of it and then given to you. Is it still good for you? Sure. But is as good for you? No. So this technology actually allows for drying. They actually have done a clinical study. Vitamin C, of course, we have to test the vitamin C because it's nice proven methods to test it. But vitamin C is very sensitive to light, heat, moisture. It degrades. That's what makes it an antioxidant. It reacts. They did a study that they tested the vitamin C. They dried this cherry powder and tested the vitamin C. There was zero significant loss of vitamin C in the product. That is how gentle it is. So we're bringing that to you in live, which is fantastic. Okay, vegetables. You've got beetroot, broccoli sprouts, Brussels sprouts, carrots, kale, onion, spinach, tomato. How many times have we grown up, eat your vegetables, eat your vegetables, eat your vegetables? The thing about vegetables versus fruits is that they have sulforaphanes. I know that's a fun word, huh? Sulforaphanes are the components in your broccolis and your kales that actually help cleanse your liver enzymes and help your liver enzymes to function more. It's along that cleansing effect, and the grasses actually work in a lot of the same pathway as well. But they actually help your body to shift from an unhealthy enzyme production to a healthy enzyme production so that you can actually function better in this lovely toxic world that we live in, right? And then we chose a specific higher antioxidant or higher in sulforaphane blend of vegetables, and those are called Vita Veggie. You'll see it on the box, and that's where this Vita Veggie came in. We wanted the most potent vegetables that we could find, and concentrated and scientifically studied. So as we went through okay, this is what they brought me, I was like, how can I improve on that? We had to really search and find those things to help the product be just all that much better. Grass juices, we're not cows, right? We don't live off of grass. And you actually can't, if you consume whole grass, you won't get the benefits of a juice because the fibers actually will inhibit the healthy benefits of it. That's why you're supposed to juice your grasses. These grasses help cleanse our insides. I know you guys are gonna get sick of me talking about cleansing, but if we don't cleanse ourselves, we can't function right. You have to rid your body of toxins. You have to clean it out and keep it functioning properly. And so we've got a wide blend of the grass juices to do that for you. Superfruits, they're big and popular, and they're great for you. We've got all of them in there: acai, acerola cherry, goji berry, mangosteen, noni, pomegranate. Are they your sole story? They could be if that's your market, but do they work with all the other fruits and vegetables? Yes. All of them together are bringing unique phytochemicals so that you get the whole range of complexity in your body so that your body can function properly. That's what makes superfruits great. They're high in one thing that maybe another fruit doesn't have in it. Your pomegranate is really high in anthocyanidins. Your mangosteen is really high in xanthones, which you can't really find in anything else. Acai actually has natural fatty acids in it, so it's kind of like your avocado of fruits, which help cleanse, and nobody else really has the ratios of fatty acids that they have and other phytonutrients that they have. Acerola cherry is really good for its natural vitamin C content. Vitamin C is actually, 25 molecules, not really one, if you actually get into the way the body uses vitamin C. Probiotics. As I love the digestive system, I love probiotics. We live in a highly sanitized world. It's toxic, but we sanitize everything, right? We grew up farming. Our bodies were designed to dwell with dirt and all of those other fun things. We don't really dwell with dirt anymore, right? I don't take my shoes off and run through the pig farm or whatever like we used to. And so we don't always get exposed to pathogens. And so our body doesn't always build up the right kind of anti-pathogens or probiotics to line and protect our digestive system from incoming pathogenic bacteria or viruses. So we have to supplement that system and line our body with probiotics. So all along our entire digestive system and skin, and I know this might sound gross, but we're coated in bacteria, right? We dwell with them, we live with them, they coat our entire body. But what we want is the right kind of bacteria. We want the healthy kind of bacteria, not the pathogenic. And that's where this comes in. So CFUs, you'll see that term on it. It's colony-forming units, which means each one of those probiotics can attach to tissue and grow its own little colony. So they're all waging war. Every day you're giving your body 3 million of these. And not only 3 million of these, but 3 million studied, documented, and well-researched probiotics. But really, probiotics are one story that it's definitely a soapbox I'd love to get. We need to supplement our system with probiotics because we do live in a clean world. That hand sanitizer, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing to be clean, but at the same time, too, we have to make sure that the healthy bacteria can get to where they need to go. So we have to reintroduce those and protect ourselves. And you'll find energy, immune benefits, skin benefits, allergies. Did you guys know probiotics actually help with allergies? something that you would never think, right? Bacteria can help your body with all these other side effects, but they definitely are very important. And the wide range of them. So by having the long different forms of probiotics, they will colonize in different areas all along your digestive tract. Some bacteria like acidic environments, some like alkaline environments. So as you go through your digestive tract, that pH changes as it goes down the path. And so these different forms of probiotics can then form and do their business all along where they need to do. Enzymes. Enzymes are our life force. Enzymes are what make everything in our body function. They're the key to every metabolic process in the body. If you don't have them, if you can't produce them, you cannot live. They are the catalyst to life. So there's different forms of enzymes. Your metabolic enzymes, all your enzymes that function inside your cell, in the energy cycle, in breaking down food, in every single cellular process that happens in the body. When sun hits your skin outside and you start to get sunburned, those rays actually activate enzymes that then start to function, and they go through. And those enzymes make everything happen. If you are missing enzymes, that process shuts down because it cannot efficiently do its process without enzymes. The other great thing about enzymes is that they can do their work and they don't disappear. So they just keep functioning and keep functioning. Then you have digestive enzymes. Digestive enzymes help your body to break down foods. They help your body to get the nutrients it needs out of what you're putting into your body. But more than that, if you actually consume digestive enzymes, which you'll find those in here, on an empty stomach. So let's say you know that you're going to be running a race. If you actually consume digestive enzymes on an empty stomach, those full enzymes can get into your blood system and actually help your muscles to repair, function, and behave more like healthy muscle tissue and keep functioning like it is. Helps break down lactic acid production and all of that other fun stuff that happens. So they can function if you have problems when you eat food and you get stomach upset. Take this with your food, and it'll actually help aid in that comfort of the food that you eat and everything else. Endogenous enzymes. Those are the enzymes that your body makes. So you have some that you introduce through your mouth and some that your body makes. Well, guess what? There's a lot of components of enzymes that have to come from what you eat still the same, right? Your body has to be able to build it. Well, life gives you things that actually gives you all the building blocks you need to make those enzymes. So this way you're covering your enzyme path from beginning to end. Enzymes are amazing things. People will notice things like joint health, digestive comfort, headache relief. There's lots of studies on all sorts of fun things because of the way enzymes function in every cell of your body. Heart-healthy ancient grains. You'll see on the package mod carb. This is where the mod carb comes in. I meant to put it on the slide, but I didn't. Amaranth, buckwheat, chia, flax, millet, quinoa. Anybody grow up eating millet for breakfast? Just me? Oh, a few. All right, I'm not the only one. As well as my mom ground her own buckwheat, and we had buckwheat pancakes. Telling you, when your friends come over and your mom makes pancakes and it's buckwheat pancakes instead of Bisquick pancakes, it doesn't always go over so well. Those pancakes kept you going all day long. I didn't get hungry an hour later. If you ever eat those nice, lovely, fluffy pancakes that melt in your mouth, literally 30 minutes later, you're starving. Buckwheat pancakes, you eat buckwheat pancakes for breakfast, you're good to go till dinner. And that's what these ancient grains are like. They really are whole grains, hearty, healthy energy carbohydrates. I know we always talk carbs are bad, carbs are bad, carbs are bad. No, the wrong carbs are bad. You want the right carbs. That's where these ancient complex grains come in. You're gonna get all of those carbohydrate nutrients that you need in a nice, slow breakdown energy perspective so that it stays with you for longer. You're going to keep that energy, as well as the heart healthy benefits of the fiber and other, grain components that help you with that. So grains are amazing, but you have to choose the right ones. Chia, you've seen a lot of new chia products. They're all hip right now, right? Your chia breakfast cereals and all that fun stuff. You'll see all of these things will hit through fads, right? But why not just start with it and keep with it, right? We don't need fads to tell us what to consume. These ancient grains have always been good for us, and they always will be. But you have to be careful how they're processed, and that's where this mod carb processing is actually a patented processing procedure to keep all of that nutrition in there, but make it palatable. So one thing about those buckwheat pancakes, since my mom just chucked them in the grinder, grinded them up, and then we ate them, it kind of gets gritty, right? You kind of have that but this, actually, through this patented technology, you don't get that. You have a much easier consumption of these ancient grains, and that's where the patent is all about, is the processing of these grains so that you get all of the nutrition and all of the benefits from these ancient grains through this patented process. And you get it all without the other stuff, right? It's made with organic ingredients. Those fruits and vegetables, I didn't try to, go through and highlight the organic ones and whatnot. You can read that on the package. But, organic, it's non-GMO. It's those buzzwords. If you're into the GMO thing, you don't have the pesticides and the other things in the processing. We really do understand where these fruit and vegetable powders come from farm to packet. That's one thing that really attracted me to Food for Health and to these fruit and veggie powders, is that they really do track it all along the process and make sure they know the source and quality of all the materials that are ever put into the product. And you'll see the list is not short of the different fruits and vegetables that we've talked about. No added preservatives, no fillers, no added sugar. The sugars that are in there are whole food complex sugars that are health beneficial. We have to have carbohydrates to function. It is a component that our body needs, but you need to give it the right ones, which is great. Okay, now we've talked about all the ingredients. We talked about the benefits. Now we're going to come back again to the benefits and talk about them just a little bit more. As I tried to build the presentation and say, okay, immune benefits, and list each ingredient that helped with that, I pretty much listed everything in the product. I went to heart healthy, and I was like, okay, now what does that? And I pretty much had to list every ingredient in the package, right? So the breakdown of, oh, this is the claim, this is the ingredient, doesn't work for life. The way that this complex formulation works together is that if you make your body function better, everything is going to have benefits. So if you feed your body what it's supposed to have, this is the side effect, right? It's not an adverse effect, but it's the result. It's what you get out of it. You'll be healthier, you'll have more energy, you'll have a stronger immune system. And believe me, in the world we live in, the way that we are mass creating, I don't even know what superbugs we're creating in the world that we live in. I want to know that my body can stand against whatever comes at me. We still have to be hygienic, wash our hands, and try not to, eat dirt, although it's really hard to keep my 10-month-old from eating dirt. But we do what we can, right, to take care of our bodies. We add those probiotics, so we have an army in our digestive system to protect us. We have healthy grains so that our energy and our sugar load on our blood system is controlled, and it doesn't go bing, which is what simple sugars do to our body, right? And then your body has to react to that and do all of that side benefits. So you're giving your body all of this complexity so that you can be healthy. Just remember, I've gone through all of this fun stuff. Remember what you need to know. Does anybody remember? Tear, pour, mix, enjoy. So, is there a lot to know about this product? Yes. Is it complex? Yes. But that's a good thing. In the world of prepackaged, frozen, microwave, drive-through meals, we need something to help us in that battle, right? We live busy lives. The world around us that convenience food is cheaper than the healthy food. You have time restraints, packaging restraints. If you're traveling with a salad just doesn't really work, does it? But traveling with live and a stick pack works just great. Keeping it in your purse, in your glove compartment, keeping it wherever you are is easy and convenient. But you know that you're getting all of the nutrition from those fruits and vegetables when you rehydrate it with water, shake it up, and drink it. Okay, so let's try this one more time. What do you guys need to remember? Tear, pour, mix, enjoy. You're going to have different stories that you tell for different people's needs, right? Some people eat their fruits and vegetables, but they don't have the ancient grains. Some people don't consume probiotics, so they need that story. Some people are concerned about heart health, so they need that story. If there's a health benefit that they need, you're probably going to be able to find it in the product. And so that's what's so great about it, is that it really is complex, but it really is simple at the same time. So you can learn it and break it apart, but just remember those last 4 things is all you really need to know. Since I started with a quote, I'm going to, kind of end with a quote. It says, "Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food." Okay, Hippocrates, he lived here a long, long, long time ago, right? This is not a modern knowledge, but it's a forgotten knowledge. We've kind of given the empowerment of our health to other people. But it's time to make sure that we take that empowerment back to ourselves. And we take products and we take food that is like medicine. Because guess what? I know it's shocking. Fruits and vegetables are good for you. They really are. And they can't always explain exactly what they do for you. The scientific method isn't quite where it needs to be yet, right? But we know fruits, vegetables, whole grains, variety, eat your rainbow if you've ever heard that. All of that is important, but trying to incorporate that into your everyday life can be really challenging. Trying to keep a whole rainbow of fruits and vegetables in your fridge and not let them perish, I've tried. It's really hard. Normally I just pick, okay, this week we're going to eat purple. Next week we're going to eat red. Then we're going to try yellow. Because it's hard to keep fresh produce in your fridge and cycle through it. If you have 20 different fruits and vegetables in your fridge, to consume that before it spoils can be very hard. But life takes that challenge out. I'm not saying you guys have to stop eating fruits and vegetables. You guys remember that? Keep eating your fruits and vegetables. This does not make it okay to eat McDonald's every day. Remember that. Okay? It's not gonna fix everything, but it gives you back that complex nutrition, that whole food nutrition that we've taken out of our lives through the world of fast convenience and processed things. So it brings that back to you, and it empowers us to make those good choices, right? But it makes it easy, easy, which is what I love the most. As a busy person, I need something that can bring that nutrition back to my life without a lot of stress. That's where this comes in, is that, let's say I'm, have a stressful day like today. I have to go on stage and have to talk to people. Well, guess what? I might need 2 or 3 of these to get me through the day. But, on a regular basis, you might not need that. But you can actually ramp up. It is whole food nutrition. When you need it, take more. Take one in the morning, take one at night when you need it to get you through those days. We all have the time where our body's functioning great. You just got to feed it what you need to feed it. But then there's those times when you got to ramp it up. Your visitor comes and they call you later, "Oh, I've been puking all night," and they were just in your home. You know what? Take an extra one, because you don't want to get that. You want to keep your body functioning right. But it's been a very fun project working on Live, and I hope you guys enjoy it, love it like I do, because it really is a great supplement, and it's convenient and easy to use. So it's been a pleasure talking to you guys today. Hopefully you've learned a little bit. And so thank you for letting me talk to you guys today.